All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shah, Bahashim, Rakah, Kodash. I want to give double honors to my apostles and elders, Lord Millstone, who teach very well. I learned this truth from. And salutation out there to the hopeful elect who continue to push this word in our truth, faith, and sincerity. And also shalom to the men, women, and children who sincerely believe upon the words of Yahweh Bahashim, Yahweh Shah. And today, just basically getting on just a lamb back of Apostle Gabar video, man, of us receiving those new bodies, man. You know, because hey, that's why we're in the mindset of desiring those new bodies, man. Because hey, us having this new mindset, basically not being conformed to Esau's system, hating this wicked flesh that we live in. Hey, it's gonna lead into us having that new body, man. Because the Lord, He gonna give us our heart's desire, and our heart's desire is to do the things that's pleasing unto Him, man. And we cannot do the things that's pleasing unto Him in the flesh. Let's go ahead and get that in Romans the 7th chapter, man. You know, Romans 7, jump it down. Because again, the flesh, you can't be perfect in the flesh, man. That's why we need Yahweh Shai, man. That's why we need His mercy, man. And because at the end of the day, the things that's going on, the things that we go through, and our shortcomings, it's all for a reason, man. It's actually meant for us to actually need Yahweh Shai to lean upon the Lord, man. To know that you don't have it all figured out by yourself, and that you need a physician, man. You know, you need a new body. Let's go ahead and get this, Romans 7:14. For we know that the law is spiritual, but I am carnal, so under sin. Yes, man. Because the law is beneficial unto us, man. And nothing is wrong with the law. It's something that was wrong with us, man. Even going back into the times when Israel betrayed and turned their back upon Yahweh Shemah Shai. Wasn't nothing wrong with Yahweh Shemah Shai. It was something wrong with us as the nation of Israel, man. Let's continue on though. It says, but I am carnal, which meaning what? You are in the flesh, sold under sin. Because even you, for lack of better words, King David said in Psalm 51, I was shapen in iniquity, man. So basically, you being born, you already bound to go off, man. Continuing on. It says, for that which I do, I allow not. For that what I do, that do I not. But what I hate, that do I. Yes, man, because you try to do wrong. You could be sincerely doing this thing or doing that. But ultimately, it could just be the flesh playing tricks on you, man. Let's continue on. If then I do that which is good, if then I do that which I would not, I consent unto the law that is good. Now then it is no more I that do it, but sin that dwelleth in me. And yes, man, because ultimately why? The flesh is weak, but what? The spirit is willing, man. Because the Lord know we sincere, man. The Lord know what our hearts desire, man. Because at the end of the day, it's not like we're doing this work or doing anything in vain, man. Because at the end of the day, Yahweh Shemah shall have a reward for those that standing so stiffly, man. He have a reward for those who changed that Western mindset. Because we was all raised in Babylon. We all thought Christmas was a holy day, man. We all thought Thanksgiving and you chilling with your family and your big cousin cutting the first piece of ham. We all thought that was a way of life, man. But that way of life, it polluted us, man. Let's get that in Micah the 2nd chapter. Micah 2, jumping down to verse 10. And it reads, arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest. And that, hey, we literally, hey, it's going to be physical when we arise into those chariots and depart, man. Because ultimately what? This is not our rest. Hey, America was not built to last forever, man. America was not built for you to stay, man. It was actually built to teach you a lesson, not to follow wickedness no more, man. Because, hey, people are finna get ready to see upon the planet Earth the results of wickedness, man. The results of Esau, the so-called white man ruling the planet Earth. People are finna get ready to see that, man. So let's read this again, though. Arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest, because it is polluted. It shall destroy you even with a sword destruction. And guess what Esau pollute first, man. The first thing that Esau try to pollute is what? Your mind, man. And just going back into the title of this video, the new minds are actually going to lead into what? A new body, man. Hey, because for lack of better words, we have to lose our mind to find our mind. Lose that old way of thinking. That's why Yahweh Shai told that man, what? A man must be born again. Meaning what? That's not going back into your mother's womb. No, born again meaning what? Being refreshed, being rebirthed, man. You know? And again, like basically cleaning you up, for the lack of better words, man. Because again, you go into the word new. That word new actually means what? To refresh. So you coming into this truth, you coming into this knowledge and understanding, you refreshing your mind, and you're forgetting all the wickedness that you used to do, man. Let's go ahead and get something real quick, man. Because that's a part of us coming a step towards Yahweh Shema Shai, that renewing of our minds. Let's get this in Jeremiah. Yep, this is the book of Jeremiah 4. I'm going to start at verse 4 and verse 14. O Jerusalem, wash thine heart from wickedness. And that's what we do by the way of hearkening unto the word, man, or coming unto this truth. We're washing our heart. When you go into the word heart, the Hebrew word for heart is what? Lab, man. You know? So it says what? We're washing our heart, our mind from wickedness. And how do we wash our mind from wickedness? Through this word. Psalms 119 and 9, it says what? Wherewithal shall a young man cleanse his way? By taking heed thereto according to thy word, man. So us hearkening to this doctrine and hearkening to Yahweh Shema Shai, that's how we cleaning our mind up, man. Because hey, if we didn't have a clean mindset, then we wouldn't desire the new bodies, man. You know, continuing on. O Jerusalem, wash thine heart from wickedness, that thou mayest be saved. And ultimately, you cleaning yourself up and you not conforming unto this world, what? It's going to end up for you being saved. How long shall thy vain thoughts lodge with thee? And what's that? Those fleshly thoughts, man. And those fleshly thoughts is death in the eyes of Yahweh Shema Shai. Salakia. This is the book of Romans 8, and I'm going to start at verse 6. It says, for to be carnally minded is death. Those are those vain thoughts. And you have to cleanse yourself from those vain thoughts, man. Why? It says, for to be carnally minded is death, but to be spiritually minded is life and peace. Because again, us having that new mind, that refreshed mindset, state ultimately is going to lead into everlasting life in peace. Verse 7, because the carnal mind is enmity against the Most High, for it is not subject to the law of the Most High, neither indeed can be. So if you're in the flesh, you're not going to be able to be on the Most High side. You're going to be fighting against him, man. That's why we fight against ourselves, man. We are our biggest enemy. Because why? The flesh is enmity against the Most High. And we're trying to do the things that's pleasing to the Most High. And sometimes the flesh may hold you back. You tired, you sleepy, this happening, that happening. But the work of the Lord come first. The Lord says, seek ye the kingdom of heaven first, and all these things shall be added unto you, man. And that's something that's in our spirit. You know, continuing on, verse 8. It says, so then they that are in the flesh cannot please the Most High. So guess what? You in this carnal flesh, you're not going to be able to please Yahweh Shema Shai, man. So you're going to have a new body to basically please the Heavenly Father, man. Verse 9, but you are not in the flesh, but in the spirit. Why? Because we think in the spirit. Again, the flesh is weak, but the spirit is willing, man. You know, it's going to get to a point where we're going to shed off this fleshly layer and put on a new layer, man. You know, a layer where it's going to be planted in our inward parts, man. Continuing on, but in the spirit, if so, be that the spirit of the Most High dwell in you. Now, if any man have not the spirit of a Mashiach, he is none of his. And how do we know that the Lord is dwelling with us? Through this knowledge, through this truth, man. You know, through this understanding. Because again, this flesh have to go away in order for us to get to the kingdom of heaven, man. You know, again, I ain't talking about you just take your life out. No, man. Look at how Shai give you that new body, man. Give you that reward and plant the law, statutes, and commandments in your inward parts, man, because that's a part of that new body too. Let's get this real quick in 1 Corinthians 15, and I'm gonna start at verse. Let's get to the point, verse 50. It says, "Now this I say, brethren, that flesh and blood cannot inherit the kingdom of the Most High, neither doth corruption inherit incorruption." Yes, because this flesh is corrupted, man. Whether you lived in Babylon for 30 years, whether you lived in Babylon for 40 years, or whether you lived in Babylon for 6 months, man, or this planet Earth for 6 months, is polluted, man. Whether it been you breathing in chemtrails or the baby formula you drink, man. Let's continue on. It says, "Behold, I will show you a mystery. We shall not all sleep." Yeah, we're not going to all die, but we shall be changed in a moment, in a twinkling of an eye, at the last trump, when the missiles are dropping, and basically they're transferring the kingdoms. For the trumpet shall sound, and the dead shall be raised incorruptible, and we shall be changed. And how we're going to be changed? By actually receiving those new bodies, man. You know, shedding off this fleshly body, this bag of meat, and putting on that new body, man. And that new body is going to have those laws, statutes, commandments in our inward parts, man. Let's go ahead and continue on, though. It says, "For this corruptible must put on incorruption, and this mortal must put on immortality." So those new bodies is going to be immortal, man. You're not going to get sick no more. You're not going to get tired. You know, you're going to have endurance. You're going to be able to go all night long with your multiple women. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be beautiful, man. And we can't wait until that day, man. Well, we can wait until that day, man. We just pray that the Lord hasten it. Because at the end of the day, we don't want to be in this wicked flesh anymore, man. You know, we have to wait. Verse 54. "So when this corruptible shall have put on incorruption, and this mortal shall have put on immortality, then shall be brought to pass the saying that is written, death is swallowed up in victory." Because ultimately, once we have those new bodies, we're not going to be able to die no more. Because why do we die? Because we sin. What's sin? Transgression of the law. So if we got the law 100%, then we're not going to die. Just as simple as that, man. The Lord said, if you do what I tell you, I'm not going to kill you. You know? Let's continue on. "Oh, death, where is thy sting? Oh, grave, where is thy victory?" Because ultimately, Esau, he's not going to get the victory. Because Esau, he's a representation of death. He's the representation of wickedness, man. In the wicked generation, this wicked lifestyle, this wicked society, is not going to get the victory, man. But again, let's just go ahead and go back to the point I said, when those laws, statutes, and commandments are going to be engraved on our inward parts, man. And that's how we should want it, man. You know, because at the end of the day, when we have those laws, statutes, and commandments, hey, if we have our inward parts, guess what, man? It's not like we're going to transgress against the Lord, or the Lord be mad at us anymore, man. You know, because at the end of the day, Yahweh Shemal Shah, he's going to glorify us, man. You know? Please bear me, Akia. This whole chapter beautiful, though. Yep, kind. This Ezekiel 36:25. It says, "Then will I sprinkle clean water upon you. How shall a young man cleanse his way? By taking heed thereto according to our word." It says, "Then shall I sprinkle clean water upon you, and ye shall be clean from all your filthiness, and from all your idols will I cleanse you." Christmas, Thanksgiving, St. Patrick's Day. The Lord have cleansed us from that. He have refreshed our mind. And that mind is going to actually lead unto us getting a new body. A new mind is going to actually lead unto us getting a new body, man. Verse 26, "A new heart also will I give you, a new mind," Lob. It says, "A new heart also will I give you, and a new spirit will I put within you. And I will take away the stony heart of your flesh, and I will give you a heart of flesh. and I will put my spirit within you, because that's what that heart of flesh is going to do. It's going to put the spirit of Yahweh Shema Shah within you, and it calls you to walk in my statutes. Yes. Keeping the law is going to be second thought, breathing. A judgment, 40 shekels of silver. Real, you know. Moab got a dispute. You know, the rulers, the kings walk in, and they're going to handle it, man. But that's what that new body is going to do. It's going to have the law, statutes, commandments. It's going to be second nature unto us, man. You know, it's going to be, because like right now, we're trying to live righteous in the midst of a wicked generation, which, hey, sometimes they can be hard, man. You can be dealing with a woman, and the whole time this demon got a damn man behind, you know, got a man, a whole dude, but she want to play both sides. Hey, guess what? In the kingdom of heaven, that's not going to happen, because in her spirit in the kingdom of heaven, it's going to say that's off, man. You know. But let's read this again, just get to the point, not to babble on. It says, and I will put my spirit within you and cause you to walk in my statutes, and ye shall keep my judgments and do them. Yes, keep the law, statutes, and commandments in righteousness. And that's what we need, man. Because it's not like in the kingdom of heaven. Let's go ahead and get this. This perfect. The Lord can say it better than I can. This is Ezekiel, so like this, Jeremiah 31. Jump it down to verse. Yep. Jeremiah 31 and verse 33. It says, and this shall be the covenant, and this the new covenant, man. Because certain Israelites talking about the new covenant, this and new covenant that, which you don't even know the new covenant is, man. The new covenant is when the laws, statutes, and commandments are going to be in our inward parts, man. You know, that's what that new covenant is. It says, but this shall be the covenant that I will make with the house of Israel. After those days, after what days? After the days of Esau ruling, man. Because that's when we're going to get those new bodies. After those days, saith the Lord, I will put my law in their inward parts and write it in their hearts, and will be their power, and they shall be my people. Yes, man. So this is how we're going to be in an ultimate connection with Yahweh Shema Shah, with that new mind and new body, man. We're going to be ultimately one with the power, man. And everything we do and every action we do and every judgment that come across and every thought that come in my mind is going to be pleasing unto our power, man. And we desire that, man. Verse 34, and they shall teach no more every man his neighbor. So you're not going to, mama, don't eat no pork, and tell your uncle, the reason why you got gout, because you've been eating that pork. You know, hey, it ain't going to be like that in the kingdom of heaven, because it's going to be second nature for them to be righteous, man. Read this again. And they shall teach no more every man his neighbor, and every man his brother, saying, know the Lord. For they shall all know me, from the least of them, even, so like from the least of them unto the greatest of them, all from the 2/3 all the way up to the unhopeful elect, man. Which we wish that we are part of that hopeful elect, man. Saith the Lord, for I will forgive their iniquity, and I will know, so like, and I will remember their sin no more. So again, this is how we get on the good side of Yahweh Shema Shah, man, by having that new mind, which actually is going to lead to us getting a new body, man. You know? So yeah, I just pray this video was edifying. I want to say, call Halal Yahweh, by Hashem Yahweh Shah, by Hashem Rakak Wadash, Shalom DTA, and the Baba Ba.